Hi everybody, welcome back to the Flat Out Truth. I've been on a bit of a journey of exploration. Let me quickly recap what we've been looking at. We've been looking at the globe versus the flat circle Earth, and when we first started this about a week ago, we had a good look at the crazy things that NASA put out in front of us. The spinning ball flying through the universe at ridiculous speeds, circling around the sun, speeding up, slowing down, yet we can't feel a thing. It's craziness. There's no way this is true. But we've been putting this stuff to the test. Most of you probably realise there's no true maps out there. All of them. The Northern Hemisphere countries here are way out of kilt. Huge in comparison to, say, Africa and South America. They should be a lot bigger. There's no true map, so we've been putting the Flat Earth map to the test. So what I did is I got the Flat Earth map. I realised we didn't have a working model of the Flat Earth map, so now let's get into it. I got the idea of working out sunlight and seeing if the model lines up to sunlight. With a lot of work, I did find out that it does work to sunlight. The interesting thing is that this map is sort of like a 24-hour clock. It's been set up with the countries proportionate to sunlight, and so I got 3 maps. Sunrise in Perth, Cape Town, Punta Arenas. I got the light the same in each one, and got a fairly accurate reading each time. 3 different maps, sunsets, sunrises in all these different countries. So I thought, wow, this thing looks amazing. Wow, baby. Up to this point in time, I've got to say, I sort of been quite open-minded either way. Possibly this map could be good, flat, maybe not, but hey, this really got me excited. So I went down, we looked at a equinox. The map works for the equinox. We looked at the northern hemisphere summer, and this is the sort of shapes the light makes. And again, I actually did 3 maps for each one of these, and yep, they all worked. There's a problem though. I quickly looked at things and I thought, well, okay, so it works according to light, but there are some things that obviously get you to think that maybe some things still aren't to scale. One of the main things you look at here, Australia's too wide. Now I live in the southern hemisphere. I know most about the southern hemisphere. I live down here, and Australia is too wide. In this one, Australia is actually the same width of South America. So there's inconsistencies in there with that. So what I've did is, I looked at distances, I've looked at flight times. In some cases, flight times work, and in other cases, they don't. So each one of these little sticks here is 7 hours. Now, every time we're around the equator, the times seem to match up. Right? So I've got Auckland, New Zealand, over to Florida, 12.25 hours, correct. I think it was Panama to Sydney, correct, 18 hours. Apparently they have a new flash plane. The closer we get to the pole, the flat earth map times get big. So Japan to Tokyo to Portland was 7 hours on the flat Earth map versus 9.25 hours on the globe. And on the other side, you can see another one. They too small. And then on the outsides, we've got Cape Town to Perth, 16 hours on the flat Earth map versus about 10.75 hours that is advertised. New Zealand to I think it's Buenos Aires was 21 hours on the flat Earth map, about 12 hours in advertised on the internet. So we've got some big discrepancies. Seems to be right around the equator, but closer to the poles and out in the outskirts. These flight times seem to not correlate to this map that we've got. So we have a problem. Is it just a flash sundial that works quite neat, and it's quite cool. You can spin the light around, you'll know when the light is in each place. It works, it's neat. But is it real? Is it what it really is? Does it match to reality? Well, I tried something a bit different and I turned it around. We've got Antarctica in the middle, the southern hemisphere's countries pointing out. Yeah, flight times worked well in a couple of instances where the crosses here didn't quite work. Again, it works according to light. So have a look at the times. Australia's, the southern hemisphere countries are more to scale here, but the northern hemisphere countries are way out of kilt. They're way stretched. But they still work according to the light. That's what this thing is made of. It's a sundial, neat thing. Yeah. Problem we've got here in the northern hemisphere, you've got flights from Vancouver to Moscow, which are meant to take 14 hours. But on this map, you can see on the outside there, it's going to be probably over 30 hours on this flat Earth map. So this map here, a big cross. So what are we looking at? Conclusion, are these people lying about these flight times? My personal opinion is you can't lie about so many flight times. It seems quite obvious that around the equator these flight times seem better. You get lucky sometimes, but in general they're either too low or too high, especially outside of the equatorial regions. So what is the conclusion to all of this? Well, first of all, I think it's really important that people are intellectually honest. You need to take all the information that is available and make a good, solid decision. Yeah, the worst thing you can do is, it's better to make a decision and to be clear with what you're thinking. Yeah. The first decision is that this map doesn't work. So, while it works as a sundial, it does not work in the reality that we live life. Yeah. You can get excited in some things, but in the whole general picture, it is not a foolproof model. There has to be some other type of model if there is a flat Earth. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know what it'll be though, because you still have to line it up to light. Not easy. You would think that if there was a flat earth, it would sort of look like a sundial. Problem is if you linked all of these flights up to what we experience day by day, there's not enough room for the Northern Hemisphere countries to fit in the middle. If you turn it around, like I did on the other map, you can get the right scale for the Southern Hemisphere, but then the Northern Hemisphere goes way out of kilt. It's really important, guys, that we always seek the truth. The only way this works in a model that we've seen so far is on a ball. Is this ball spinning at thousands of kilometers an hour, hurtling through space with the sun miles away? I don't think so. If you've got two cars flying down the road and one car is doing circles around the other one, everybody inside that car is going to feel the lateral movement, sideways, backwards, faster, slower, while they're inside that car, an enclosed system. That's what they say the Earth is an enclosed system within the Van Allen belt. I showed it was possible to get light bending around to light up this flat Earth. Looked pretty good, but in reality, guys, we don't experience that flat Earth map. We don't experience it day to day. We also don't experience the stars changing as we're flying through the solar system after hundreds or thousands of years of existence, and people looking at the stars, that they keep coming back. The constellations, that they remain the same. They're not hurtling through the universe at thousands of miles an hour, ever changing. If we are on a ball, which is the only model we have at the moment that makes some sort of resemblance to what we're living on, it's geocentric. The sun is close. The sun is moving around us. The stars aren't that far away either. They're circling around as well. Science has done a big job. NASA, many scientists have tried to remove God out of the history books to show that God is not necessary in the creation of this world. And they've made crazy theories. Most of it lies, and no credible evidence, no decent pictures of the Earth from a distance, made up stories of rovers on Mars. I mean, Mars is so far away. How fast does this rover have to travel to get there? How does it get its power? How does it get the pictures back to us? It's just ridiculous. There's no way it can fly and catch up to Mars at the speed that Mars is flying. It's just unbelievable. They fake everything to show us how powerful they are, to remove God out of the books. They can't do that. Jesus is the truth. God is real, and they will not succeed. But friends out there, many of you I know, you're Christian, you follow, look after the truth. Not everything is a lie. Yeah, and when I look at this, hey, I'm open-minded. If someone can come up with a good model and it works, I'll rethink about it. But at the moment, in my mind, I have to intellectually be truthful and say the closest thing we've got to a working model is a ball. It's not hurtling through space. It's geocentric. The universe goes around the ball. The Michelson-Morley experiment proves that. And we actually experience that day to day. You look in a telescope, everything seems close, clear. The moon, wow, you know. You can see Saturn, the rings, very close just with our gear that we can get our hands on. It's not that far away. They're lying to us. But guys, not everything is a lie. We don't have to believe everything flat out. So please be intellectually honest. There's good people out there at the moment, and they are not all shills. You know, you'll probably call me a shill, or brought out or whatever. I don't care. You just need to be intellectually honest. Always seek the truth. There's a good saying that I always like, and a fool learns of his own mistakes, but a wise man learns of somebody else's. I've been on a week getting a bit excited that this flat Earth model starts looking really good, and it really started getting me thinking that this was the go. But on closer inspection, I saw that it was not right. So I learned off my mistakes. If you could learn off these mistakes, you would be a wise person. But always seek the truth. A lot of you have heard scriptures like God, the footstool is the earth, and the pillars of the earth. These are figurative language. Yeah, God is spirit. The earth is held stationary, according to God's word, immovable, on spiritual pillars. It's his footstool in that he is so big over top of it. He towers over it. He sees all. He's all powerful over top of it. You don't have to lose your faith. It's just a model. God will still remain God. Keep seeking the truth. Be positive. Be thankful. And most of all, show love to people, don't go out mocking people and some slander that goes on these messages and on YouTube. It's just stupidness. Seek the truth. And thank you for watching my videos. I may put some more out there. We'll see what happens. But thank you very much for putting up with me during these videos. Thank you.